Sweden. Yes, Yunus.
Yes, Sheikh. I have some really problems. Like sometimes I can find in my pants like white things. I don't know if this is mad. I have this problem like in 1 year, and I don't know if I have mad incontinence or no. But sometimes I have take pants on. The white things come over my private part, so it's like impossible to come muddy over if I don't feel it. But I have like so much feelings, and I get so much white things. But I'm not certain, so I have like I prayed Asr. I did not look. So should I do that and don't look and don't claim that I have muddy incontinence?
These white discharge, do you find them on your underwear? Yes or no?
Yeah, but I don't know what it is.
Before you put your underwear, did you have them?
No.
Then there is nothing for you to know what it is. It is definitely madhi. And you have to wash it off, and you have to perform wudu, and then pray. If you fail to do this, your prayer is invalid. Ismail from Pakistan.
Alaikum
Assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, I was saying that the university we have to bring a copy of journal, right? We buy for the medicine, and this university the journal is written on top of it, like the front cover is Rabbi zidni ilma, not the full ayah, but like Rabbi zidni ilma. So the thing is, a lot of people in universities, you know, they do a lot of sins, like they vaping, speaking to girls, watching music, listening to music, and they do this, and obviously the journal is in front of them, like it's literally on the table. So if I'm in class, or like maybe if it's free and someone's doing this, what is the ruling on such an action? Because it's not the full ayah, but still in Arabic written partially on the book.
No, even if the full ayah was written and they're vaping or sinning, this is not related. The sin has nothing to do with the ayah. Even if they have the full Qur'an in front of them, it has nothing to do with it. The sin is between them and Allah Azza wa Jal. Having the Qur'an in front of them would not change it. Hamid from Nigeria.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa barakatuh. Yes, Hamid.
My question is, may Allah bless you, Sheikh.
Ameen, and you as well.
I've asked the question before, but I seek clarification on when it is after salam. So my question is, if a person is a follower in a 4-rakah salat, and Imam forgot to perform the first tashahud, but the follower joins on after making mistakes,
the line is breaking, Hamid. I cannot understand your question, but I will assume that you're asking about the Imam praying 4 rak'ah dhuhr, and he misses the first tashahhud, and he stands up for the 3rd rak'ah. The congregation says subhanallah, subhanallah. Because he stood up, they have to stand and follow him. He cannot go back to it. So in the 3rd or the 4th rak'ah, a follower comes and joins the congregation. He did not witness missing the first tashahhud. So he prays with the Imam the 3rd and the 4th rak'ah, sits with them in the tashahhud and the tahiyyat, and then the Imam offers 2 sujood as-sahu. The latecomer does not know why he's doing this. But because he's in the salat with the Imam, he did not offer salam, he must offer 2 sujood as-sahu. Then when the Imam offers the salam, he stands up to complete his salat. Farhan from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, is it mandatory to wash our hands and nose after we wake up from sleeping?
The hadith is an issue of dispute, because the Prophet said, alayhi salatu, no one should dip his hand in the bucket before washing it 3 times after waking up, because he does not know where his hand spent the night. And for rinsing your nose, the Prophet said, when one of you wakes up, he should rinse his nose 3 times and blow his nose, because shaitan slept over there. The majority of scholars say that this is highly recommended, it is not mandatory. I personally am inclined to say, if it is a command of the Prophet ﷺ, he said, you must do this, we obey until there is another evidence that reduces it from being mandatory and obligatory into being highly recommended, and Allah knows best. Arman, well actually, sorry, Yusuf from Sweden.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam wa barakatuh.
So, I heard a fatwa that that if somebody brags about a sin, like for example, oh, I fornicated with X amount of women, or so and so, that this is not only a major sin but istihlal. So would this be kufr even if he believes it's haram?
How would it be istihlal if he believes it's haram? Yani, you know Arabic, yeah, Yusuf.
I just heard like this. Yani.
Don't believe anything you hear. Use your logic. Someone who brags about drinking wine or smoking pot, enjoys it, and he says it's the best thing, it makes me high, it makes me happy. Is it halal or haram? Of course it's haram. A'udhu billah. It's a major sin. But I enjoy it. There's no istihlal. Istihlal is when he says, I don't believe it's haram. I know it's in the Qur'an. I know what the Imam said about it and the consensus that it is prohibited in a major sin, but I don't believe it. This is istihlal that takes him out, even if he doesn't drink or does these sins. Arman from India.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam.
Sheikh, is it true that when we're reciting Surah Fatiha silently in prayer, we don't need to care about Makharij or any part of the Salah? When we recite silently, we don't need to care about Makharij. Like we can say the Ha as Ha and the Ain as Alif silently.
Now, when people recite silently, and we say you have to differentiate between Ha and Ha, you can't do that silently, because the difference only appears when you utter it and it's audible. While it's silent, it's just a gesture or a movement of your tongue and your lips, but without any real actual makharij. So you can't say that I'm reciting the Fatiha when I'm moving my lips and I'm saying غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ. You can't tell it's gha, because you don't see what's inside and the air is not being articulated to produce a sound of gha or kha or ain or and the likes. So yes, it is true that the makharij, when reciting it silently, is not as accurate or even as audible or known to be true. You can't tell when it's silent than when it's audible. Fatima from the Emirates.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
So, if someone lives near a masjid and when the Imam is like offering the loud prayers, they can hear the loud recitation like very clearly. But like if they're women and they don't pray in the masjid, can they complete on doing their chores in house or maybe turn on the TV, or they should listen to the Imam reciting the Quran?
No, as long, yeah, Fatima, as long as a person is not with the congregation in the prayer, he's not obliged. If I'm sitting in my car and I'm a traveler and I already did my Maghrib and Isha and they're praying Isha, and in the loudspeakers they're reciting the Quran, I'm not obliged to listen to them. I can make a phone call, I can do whatever I want. So if you're at your home, you can do your chores and do whatever you want as long as it's halal. Satrio from Indonesia.
Assalamualaikum, Sheikh.
Assalamualaikum.
Sheikh, can you explain the hadith in Sahih Bukhari that said, Abu Hurairah narrated from Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who said, Allah has written from Adam's sons his share of adultery with which he commit inevitably, the adultery of the eyes.
Okay, the hadith is crystal clear. إن الله كتب على ابن آدم حظه من الزنا مدرك ذلك لا محالة. The Prophet said that Allah Azza wa Jal has preordained that the son of Adam would fall into his divinely decreed part of fornication, and he will fall into that. And then he explains that what is my part of fornication? He says, the eyes commit fornication, and their fornication is to look. The hands commit fornication, and their fornication is to touch. The feet commit fornications, and their fornication is to walk. And the private part either verifies this or it doesn't. Meaning, if you take the whole process and follow the whole 9 yards by looking, by listening, by talking, by touching, by flirting, then you go to third base. This is your zina. But if you don't, then the portion of it would be registered, but it's not the whole thing that is the major sin. It's part of that, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. This is all the time we have for tonight. Tomorrow, Sunday, it's going to be a rerun because they have another program they need to use and utilize the studio for. So we will meet live, inshallah, again on Saturday. And until then, I leave you fi amanillah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
قل هذه